Hello there, Pisces. Good morning. Or good evening, whenever. Anyway, hope you guys are enjoying your day. And let's get into it. It's time for your reading. All right, what did I do with my runes? There they are. All right. Kind of sitting here next to my coffee. All right. So what's going on here with Pisces? Isa. Isa is not a bad rune, Pisces. It means ice. Okay, Isa is ice. Yeah. Isa is not a bad rune. In fact, you know, Isa can be a protective layer. You know, it could protect. It could be a protection in a way too. But it definitely is talking about slow energy. So right now, you know, maybe things may be moving slow, or maybe something has come to a complete stop. So what else is going on with Pisces? Awaz. Awaz is the death rune. See it? It's a connection between heaven and earth. You can see it standing straight up like that, you guys. You see that? So this is some sort of transition. Yeah, this is definitely some sort of transition that's going on here. Menez. So Menez is kind of like when it's in reverse. See, it's in reverse. When Menez is in reverse, it's talking about isolation. It kind of reminds me of the Hermit. You know, the Hermit card. And maybe that's what you're in right now. Maybe you've pulled away from something and stopped something here with Isa. This is kind of like isolation. You could be like maybe, you know, moving away from something. You know what I mean? Because usually when I go into like isolation or like the hermit mode, it's to do one of two things or both. It's to you know, to look inside myself and have more to be able to think. You know what I mean? Like to think, to make plans, and to get rest, and to get away from a bunch of noise or arguments. You know, I will definitely go into this type of mode to get away from any of that for sure. But there is some sort of major transition going on here. And you know, this is talking about, I feel that this freeze here is protecting you. Yeah. It's giving you time. It's giving you time to put your roots deep into the ground to make it totally unshakable. And maybe that's why you've gone into hermit mode. That could be it too. Huh. What else? Gebo. Now, Gebo is the gift. This is looking better here, Pisces. Actually, it never looked bad at all, really. There's nothing bad here except You know, this isn't even bad. I like to go into hermit mode myself. Yeah. So, you know, and this right here is some sort of either it's a gift or some sort of a partnership. All right. So you want to. The advice of Gebo um, is to. This is kind of like respecting balance. This is like keeping balance, balancing yourself. Could be balancing yourself with somebody, with somebody new, or somebody, or just balancing yourself with somebody. This could be a relationship. It could be a partner. And if it's like a gift, it's talking about appreciation, you know, because even if it is a partnership, that's still a kind of a gift, you know, and it's talking about equal give and take. Huh. Balance. What else? Isa. Isa. There it is again, emphasizing the need to stop. So, you know, and like I said, you know, I like Menez here because it tells you to you know, when you go deep into to yourself, it kind of like it's like being, you know, embracing your, you know, being alone, your solitude. I like that, really, I do. You know, you could be also feeling maybe disconnected with those around you. Like I said, there could be some things going on around you that, you know, you just don't feel comfortable. So, what else? Laguz. Laguz. Oh, interesting, huh? So Laguz is flowing water or the deep ocean. Okay, and it's very, very good when it's in the upright. It's talking about uh, going with the flow and using your intuition. So whoever this other person is, they're definitely they go with the flow and they're highly intuitive. And what else? Hmm. Ingwas. Ingwas. You know, Pisces. This is the seed here. You know, I'm looking at these runes. You know, and spirit is just telling me, you know, this is something that has been just really kind of like on my mind, and I can definitely see it now. This is like, you know, when I do these runes, this can be talking about somebody else, but also it can be I can see the shadow side of them over here, and I can see our shadow side over here. It's really pretty cool. This is a seed that this ice is protecting. Okay. Hmm. This is also very fertile energy. Ingwas is you know, it can be very fertile energy. What else? Hmm. Ewas. This is an ideal partnership, Pisces. Look at this. There it is right there. You see the Gebo right there? This is an ideal partnership here. This is really a good person. This is kind of like an ideal soulmate, or is if it's anything to do with business, it's an ideal business partner as well. Um, yeah. Hmm. I got the blank rune. Let's see. Okay. So yeah. So the blank rune is fate. Okay. There's some sort of fate at hand here, Pisces, and it's going to be different for everybody. But I'm telling you that this Isa right here, it's doubling down. You're definitely protected. This is protecting you, whatever this Isa is, okay? It's not permanent and it's not a punishment, it's a protection. Um, and I see some sort of a partnership here. This is an ideal partnership. You know, this could be already going on, or this could be something new coming to you, but I'm going to pull some cards and see what else. It's kind of interesting. What's going on with Pisces? The Five of Wands. You know, I'm kind of already getting the vibe off of this with Menez here in reverse. Why you would go into this could be like petty stuff. You know what I mean? Let's see. Judgment. Yeah, this is kind of like petty stuff here. This is rising above the pettiness, and going within. With Menez here in reverse, rising above this. See, Isa, it's not permanent. There's a bunch of flames behind there. Those flames are going to melt that. This is standing. I feel this kind of like reminds me of Awaz, because it's connecting earth to heaven, you know, and this is kind of like a resurrection. They're rising up. This is us rising up. There's Ingwaz right there. You see Ingwaz right there? Yeah, here it is here, okay? Yeah, this is the seed right here that's we're protecting. What else? And you got the Three of Wands. So, like the Three of Wands here is like, you know, looking, you know, this is rising above this petty crap over here, and this is looking out to the future, looking out for your ship to come in. See your ship out here, waiting for your ship. There's Tiwaz. This is victory and success, Pisces, this Tiwaz. And this is also justice. And the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords. All right, well, you know, the Queen of Swords is very, very intelligent. And the Queen of Swords cuts out all the fluff. You know what I mean? She's very, very protective, actually. She can be very protective. She's got that sword out, as you can see. And so, you know, she's like, you know, she sets clear boundaries. She's very, very intellectual. Yeah. You notice how she's got Jera right here? This is like some sort of it's like some sort of a cycle. It's a new cycle for us, Pisces. And we need to step into the Queen of Swords here, rising above this to looking out. This is us here, you know. This is somebody here that, you know, is very logical as well. So, you know, be very logical and protect this. She's protecting this Gebo, this partnership, protecting it. Wow. Interesting. Bottom of the deck, you got the 8 of Wands. And the 8 of Wands is like some sort of communication or fast movement. And then the Sun. Dang. So, you know, and this is kind of like the ultimate here with the Sun. So, you know, although this is kind of frozen right now, Pisces, this is telling me that even though things are frozen, things are starting to, the pressure is building. The pressure is building. It's about ready. This is fast energy, okay? And I feel that something is about ready to change very, very quickly. You see, like I said, a new cycle with this, a shocking cycle, in fact. It's got Hagelez right there. And if you look at it as well, it could also represent double Isa, is what we have right here. This is a new cycle that you're going to be protecting. You know, it could be a new relationship, protecting this equal give and take. This is some sort of quick energy or something coming into you quickly, okay? This doesn't have to be romantic. This could be like a business partner as well, but good news is coming, okay, very quickly. And if you notice, I see Nathi's twice on this book. And it looks to me like he's shutting the book on this hardship that's kept you stuck for a while. Yeah. Closing the book on Nathis, closing the book on hardship. Look at the rainbow up here. You see the rainbow in the sky? Yeah, and then there's the Sun. And the Sun is like total victory, happiness, warmth, clarity, success. And I see, the funny thing about this is I see Canaz on here twice, okay, on the shield. Can you see it? So, you know, Canaz talks about victory, and it's a win-win. See, look at win-win. It's a win-win victory. Dang. What's going on with Pisces? Looks like a pretty good reading for whoever I'm reading for today. Let me know if this is your reading. You know, not all my readings will resonate with everybody, but what's going on with Pisces? Time to make, it's time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo, okay? Like I said, equal give and take, right? And let's get another one. And you're very close to achieving your goal. Gibbous moon. You're very close, Pisces. Things may not seem like they're moving, but believe me, the pressure is definitely building. You know, the Sun is warm, it's hot, you know, and Isa is water, and when, you know, it builds up pressure. Yeah, so I just feel that pressure, what is building. And this new chapter here, this new cycle is about to begin, and it's going to happen very quickly. All right, you guys. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that reading, and if you haven't, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. All right, Pisces, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.